Hello there and welcome along. The Gardener Ben here with your next rose review. This particular rose has an amazing pedigree and comes from two world-renowned parents, bred and introduced by Jack Harkness of the Harkness Rose Company in 2006. The parents of this particular rose were Queen Charlotte and Baby Love, producing this beautiful Florabunda. This one is Easy Does It from Harkness Roses. World renowned, this particular rose goes under several different names across the world. So if you're not joining me here in the UK, please do check the caption below if this rose captivates your attention. I'll include all of its copyright and trademark names in the caption below. This particular rose was a winner of the All-American Rose Selection, and you can see why. It's absolutely fabulous. A free flowering variety starting its show in around mid-June and flowering all the way through to the first frosts, depending on where you're growing it. And I say this very specifically, but this particular rose does really well in the warmer climates in zones 6 and above. Although it's hardy in zones 5 through 11, this particular rose does really well in the heat, where it performs beautifully and rebuffs lots of disease problems that you'll get if you're growing in a hot and humid environment. So do consider this one for your garden. Flowering, I say, from June through to their first frost, it produces blooms not only individually like these ones here, but in large sprays which stand gracefully above the plant. Reliably reaching somewhere in the region of between 3 and 4 feet tall, it's quite cylindrical and upright in its growth, like a lot of the Harkness roses are, and only reaching around 2 to 3 feet wide, making it perfect for a narrow space, or for producing a small informal hedge if you wanted something flowering. As with most Harkness roses, the foliage is vivid, bright, gunmetal green, quite waxy and quite tough in its appearance and deeply serrated on the outer edges. It has a small amount of barbing to the back of the actual leaf axis themselves, so make sure that if you're picking this one for the house, you do take those barbs off before you handle it. Also, like a lot of the Harkness roses that goes hand in hand with the real strong disease resistance, you'll have some very, very sharp barbs actually along the stems. It has a medium thorn count, but these are quite easily removed if you wanted to cut this and bring this into the house. Simply knock them off between your finger and thumb, otherwise they won't cause you any problems. Blooms measure something in the region of about 3 to 3.5 inches in diameter and open from the most beautiful tangerine tomato orange buds, very, very bold and vivid color, with a little bit of yellow flecking right at the very bottom as they start to show color. As they open and fully blow out, they open to a rich, dark apricot color, which is really, really sumptuous, with lots of yellow and yellow marbling right in the very center. As the flower ages, it takes on this beautiful apricot coffee color. Very difficult to describe this, but it does have that coffee caramel edge, like a macchiato would be from the coffee house. Again, with plenty of yellowing and marbling to the backs. A signature sign of the Harkness breeding program there, those petals curling ever so slightly around that central golden eye of stamens right in the very, very center. As I say, this particular rose has amazing disease resistance and will perform really, really well if you're growing in a warm climate. I'm going to be offering this one a 6 or 7 star on the disease resistance rating. Fragrance wise, fragrance is light and fruity. Because it's so light, it's very difficult to pinpoint its actual notes. But it is there, it's sweet and delicate, and I'm going to be awarding this one a 3 star on the disease resistance. I say a medium thorn count. This one is Easy Does It from Harkness Roses, a beautiful variety if you're growing in a warmer climate and want something that's going to rebuff the disease problems that you might get. For instance, mold, mildew and black spots when you get plenty of humidity and cold nights. This is Easy Does It from Harkness Roses.